I had a conversation recently with somebody who's starting a podcast, and it's for their business. And he and I were talking about what he could talk about, and we're outlining a bunch of ideas. He's a coaching client. We're outlining a whole bunch of ideas that he could do episodes on. And I said, I started by asking him, what does your perfect listener need to know? What is that perfect listener? The same person that you would actually do business with. They would hire you, and you would be able to support them. They would be able to go further and faster. The investment with you would be nothing to them compared to how much they would make because they did that. I asked him, who do you serve? How do you serve them? And what do they need right now? And he starts giving me some options, some ideas. And one of the ideas, he was like, oh, well, this. And I was like, that's great. And he goes, yeah, but I can't give him all of the details of that. And I'm like, okay, I knew where this is going, but I go, why not? Why not? What do you think is going to happen? And he goes, well, if they know all of the things, then they don't need to hire me. And so I got to hold some things close to my chest. You don't freaking need to keep anything close to your chest, I wanted to say. I didn't say it like that. I should have slapped him up the side of the head, but he was virtual and I couldn't. So he goes, yeah, I've got to keep some stuff close to my chest. That's private stuff for my coaching clients only. And I thought about it for a second, and I go, what's the worst that could happen? A couple of them use it and they get successful. Why not share it on your podcast? And I mentioned, I've had other coaching clients in the past few years. I've been helping people with podcasting since even before my company launched in 2019. And I let him know that, hey, when I was doing my real estate podcast that I sold it back in 2020. When I was doing my real estate podcast, I gave all the goods, and people came to me in droves. They flocked to me, and I made a lot of money. I was able to raise a lot of equity for my real estate deals, and find great deals and be awarded or win deals that I wouldn't have because I gave the good stuff. And so I'm talking to this guy and just letting him know that don't be afraid of doing that. That is just some fear that's inside of you. And I thought to myself, because this wasn't the only time I ever had this conversation, I've had this conversation many times, especially when I'm being interviewed on other people's podcasts, when I'm being interviewed on a podcast about podcasting, and people are asking me like, what should I do? I'm constantly saying, don't be afraid of giving value. Don't be afraid of giving actual tangible value that somebody can grab hold of and do something about, because that's how people are going to share things. If Adam's able to do just fine and work only a few hours a week and have good revenue coming into the business, if other people are able to do this and give away the goods, then what makes it so that you have to keep things, like my coaching client said, close to the chest? Nothing. Give out the goods. It will come back to you, probably tenfold. So today, this episode is about not being afraid of giving value to anywhere, anyone and anywhere. Give the value, even if you're not getting paid for it, and it's gonna come back to you.